Alright, so for my favorite protagonist of all time, well, for the sake of this segment, I am only going to pick one, but I will have you know that there are many on the table here. I am always a person that can't just pick one thing, and well, I guess if I have to for this, guys, it's going to have to be Doomguy.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
I mean, in 2016, when I opened up my game case, slipped that disc in my Xbox One, and played Doom 2016 for the first time, I was immediately swept off my feet. I sunk hours and hours into this game. I mean, I beat it, and then I immediately beat it again. That's pretty crazy for someone like me who's usually kind of flopping around between different games and really hopping into the PvP side of things. But Doomguy, let's get back to him because he is incredible. He doesn't even say anything in all of Doom 2016. That's right, this man doesn't say one word, but he still holds the title for my favorite protagonist. All of the decisions he makes, he is just a battle-hardened warrior who arguably is probably the strongest warrior in any video game. I mean, Doomguy is so powerful, he rips and tears demon flesh with his bare hands. He put himself in a BFG 10,000 and launched himself into a planet in Doom Eternal and came out with no scratch at all. So I mean, that all being said, guys, Doomguy has to be my number one pick for many reasons.
My top protagonist has got to take me all the way back to my childhood, and I'm talking about Mario.
Mario!
I mean, I played the original Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System way back when I was a kid. That game was released in 1985. I mean, I wasn't even born yet, but a few years later I was playing that game, and let me tell you, it was one of the best experiences of my life. It was one of the reasons why I continue to play video games to this day. And honestly, I thought about it bunch of different protagonists that I could have chose, as my favorite or, most influential, but I had to stick with Mario because honestly, at every stage of my gaming life, Mario has been there in one form or another. I mean, I played, like I said, the original Super Mario Brothers, and then we started playing on Super Nintendo, and then we're playing Super Mario 64, and then I had a GameCube, and it was Super Mario Sunshine. So, I mean, there's so many games that, as growing up, that Mario was involved in, and those were solid games. They were awesome. That's what made me want to get the next Mario game. I mean, I used Mario as my character in Super Smash Brothers, every single Super Smash game. Even when I got Dr. Mario, I was using Dr. Mario. And most recently in 2017, I was playing Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch. So honestly, every, corner I take in the gaming world, Mario is there. I gotta have Mario at the top of this list. He is my top protagonist.
When it comes to the world of video games, there are an absolute ton of amazing protagonists. But what is my favorite? Most, I think, would probably go to Metal Gear Solid. They probably think Solid Snake himself, the legend, would be mine. However, turns out that's not the case. It actually goes way back to Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio. Spans over 3 games, with Brotherhood and Revelations wrapping it up. We get to experience Ezio in a light like no other. From the infancy of a baby all the way to teenager, adulthood, and then the ultimate badass assassin. Ezio is my main protagonist. He's my favorite protagonist, and he's one of the best protagonists ever in any series. That's just my opinion. Let me know over at InsideTheGame.ca. Do you agree with me and the other guys?
My all-time favourite protagonist in a video game has to be Ellie Williams from the Last of Us series.
You have heart. You're loyal. And you're special. No, this is a sacrifice lamb.
So I'd like to thank Neil Druckmann and the Naughty Dog team for creating such an amazing game with a phenomenal storyline to suit. as you take on the role of a young 14-year-old girl called Ellie, who is trapped in a military orphanage whose curiosity pushes her to escape to the outside, which is now an apocalyptic America. But most of all, the storytelling makes Ellie such a believable character that you feel like you grow with her on your quest. But also it's someone that you could relate to as well, and puts you on a roller coaster of emotions. But most of all, what I love about Ellie is that she is a survivor, and that's why she is my all-time favourite protagonist in a video game.